I got a key to the highway, been out and bound to go. I'm gonna leave here running, walking is most too slow. I'm going back to the border, little girl, where I'm better known, 'cause you haven't done nothing but drove a good man away from home. My name is AJ Harvey. I'm from Norman, Oklahoma. I'm 26 years old, and I come from the Ponca and Pawnee nations here in Oklahoma. So my mom's where I get my Ponca blood, from the Horse Chief Eagle descendants, and my Kimball side of the family is where I was raised. It's the way I come from, me and my younger two sisters. My Ponca name's Paetapi. My dad, all of his Indian blood comes from up north in North Dakota. He's Sac and Fox, and from the Mandan, the Rickeraws, and Hidatsis. I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas. I was born and raised there, but spent most of my summers, here in Oklahoma, going to powwow, and so being around that drum, around that arena, really kind of set me on a path to follow music. And my dad, being a musician, he was a bluegrass fiddle player and guitar player. He needed someone to play rhythm for him, and so from an early age, about 6, growing up there in Wichita, that's how the ball got rolling. And so my sisters are also musically inclined, and so we all come from a musical household. Started in church, and that was my introduction to being on the stage and being in front of people. And I started writing my own music when I was about 15, and trying to formulate lyrics was not something as I started off just off the bat. I was not writing hit songs when I was that age, because I hadn't experienced a whole lot yet. And I was very fortunate to receive some amazing songwriting help. I wrote a letter to John Mayer, and I'm a big admirer of him, and I love his music. And the guy actually wrote me back, but he went down note by note and said, do this, speak from this part of you, and everything you're saying is something I went through at that same age, and buy this songwriting book, and take what you know on guitar and use that, and lyrics are gonna come and go, and it's about catching the wavelength that they come to you on, and those are things that I still think about in my own writing and with my own original music. I love what I do, and I've never regretted any decision I've made to take the time to pursue what I truly love to do. I want to have more music coming out. I want to have more time in a recording studio and more time to present who I am as a songwriter, as a guitar player. And I was very fortunate to be featured on NBC's The Voice this last season. And that was something I never thought I'd ever do. And the first thing I had to put in there was, my dad is the one who got me on stage. And I'll never forget our first time. He pulled me aside offside the stage, and it was in church, so it was a very forgiving audience. And we prayed together, and he said, this is something that I know you enjoy, and that comes from Creator, and he gives you that, and you need to use that, and because not all of us get to. And so I think about that a lot. I grew up and had a passion for our old Ponca songs, and I wanted to learn them, and I wanted to be around that drum. I never had an interest in dancing, but I wanted to be around that drum. And I was always told, if you're gonna learn our ways, you need to learn those songs, and you need to learn what they are, and take the time to do your homework, really is what it is. I've been blessed to come into with music and songwriting, and it still gets me out of bed, and it still gets me going through my 9-to-5 job, going through school, because I knew when I got to go home and I got to finish for the day, the rest of my time was going into what I really want to do, and that was music. To go, I'm gonna leave there running, walking is most too slow.
Ah.